Hey Booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. Well, first of all, I'm really behind on my tags, but I have to do this one, which is the evolution of a Booktuber tag, which was created by Jack at Spread Book Joy as a way to celebrate her 4 years on Booktube. Congrats, Jack, and I was deeply honored to be tagged in the original tag. I will link to her video down below and you definitely should check it out. I will explain the hair in just a second. Some of you will know, but I will explain the hair here shortly. I just want to say before I get into this is that, I recognize that there are a lot of people who watch my channel that don't have a channel. That doesn't mean that you haven't had your own kind of evolution as a booktuber. Like the channels you watch have changed. What interests you, how you do your TBRs, all that kind of stuff. So please feel free to tell me in the comment section what you how your journey has changed, and if you want you can talk to me about how you feel like my channel has changed over time. I do have to shout out Joe Smith and Mary Tumulty, who I think are the only people who have been here since the Booktube newbie tag. But if you have been here since then, you should give yourself a gold star with your comment. And by all means, like, if you don't feel comfortable commenting, always you can leave an emoji or give this video a thumbs up, which does help my channel. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, definitely I want to hear your thoughts. If you are a new booktuber, I'm gonna try to impart some wisdom at the end of this, towards the end of this video, so stick with me, please. But there's also another tag, and if I can find it, I will link to it down below, called the evolution of a reader tag. So that might be a better tag for you if you haven't been on Booktube for a long time. Which a long time, what does that? I don't even know what that exactly means. I've been on Booktube for since I've been on Booktube since June 30th of 2018, and yeah, my channel has definitely changed since it started. So let's get into the questions. The first one is Extinction. Are there things you used to do on your channel that you no longer do? So why I wore my hair like this for the first, I don't know, I didn't even know how many videos, how long it took for me to go, Kelly, why are you wearing your hair in pigtails? I don't know if I was trying to look younger. I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, pretty schoolgirlish, I think. So yeah, eventually at some point I was like, this is crazy. So the pigtails went, but yeah, if you've been here for a long time, you may remember the pigtails. Another thing that I don't do anymore, and I want to just be transparent about this, is during the pandemic, and maybe even after we were fully vaccinated, I did 2 videos of Jason cutting my hair in our backyard. And I tapped into this whole other part of YouTube, which I call HairTube. I don't know if that's what they call themselves, but anyway, so there were people who subscribed to my channel, and I still get comments occasionally about, hey, like, when are you gonna cut your hair again, or grow it out, or whatever the case may be. And I feel really bad because my channel is not about haircuts. It's not about hair. I am the least qualified person to talk about hair. So yeah, I'm never gonna make a hair cutting video. I've said to other booktubers who are, lamenting the fact that they didn't have any videos that had, been more than 1,000 views, and I was like, cut your hair on your channel. It'll explode. Those are my two most viewed videos on my channel are the haircutting videos, which is a little bit sad. There will not be any haircutting videos in the future. The other thing that's really changed a lot and is still in the process of changing is my TBRs. So the first year I was on Booktube, I created quarterly TBRs. I didn't have my beautiful library cart, which is right next to me here. I didn't have a library cart. I would just pile them up next to my chair, and anytime I needed another book to read, I'd grab from them. It worked so well. It was so successful for 1 year, and then the next year it was a complete bust. It did not work at all. Probably 2021 that I started what I call a high priority TBR. So things I really wanted to try to get to in the year. And of course, you know, we try to make it like catchy, like 21 books for 2021 or whatever. One of those things. It worked really well the first year. Any of the books that I didn't read that year, I rolled over onto my high priority TBR for the next year. And then that I read those. I read the ones that because I felt this pressure to read them. It wasn't fun. It was, you know, like a pressure sort of situation. Like, I've said I'm going to read these books, you know, I better get to them. And then, like, I've continued, even though it hasn't always been successful, to have a high priority TBR each year. But, like this year, I just recently looked at that and went, am I really going to read this? Am I really going to get to this year? And so I rearranged some things, added some, built my numbers up a little bit there on the high priority TBR, but and then I have started a TBR for 2025, which I know is ridiculous and it's crazy, but I'm not sure if it's going to be a high priority TBR anymore. If you want to follow or friend me on Goodreads, that information will be linked down below. Some of the things that have really changed. The second question is about adapting, which I've kind of touched on a little bit with the TBRs, but what things have you done on your channel or as a result of being on Booktube that you never thought you would do? And I think as a booktuber, being able to adapt is really important, and being able to listen to someone's advice for you or listen to a comment and evaluate whether that's really true, that really fits for you or not. I remember having a Voxer conversation with Jo Smith, and she was talking about how she loved watching everyone's Friday Reads videos. And that's what she did all Friday out in her garden in the summer. You know, she just listened to what people were reading and finishing and talking about it. And it's very, I like it because I don't necessarily have to make a TBR. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I don't have to make a wrap-up video, which I know, again, some people, like, that's so popular. That's a really popular video for them, so by all means they should do that. But when I heard Jo talk about how much she enjoyed Friday Reads videos, I decided to give it a shot. And Friday Reads videos, I think, are the easiest videos to make, and I have developed kind of a core group of people who are there every Friday. I mean, it's just become a community on there. And I love that. I love that so much. So I'm so glad, like, I heard what she was saying, and she wasn't telling me that I needed to create, that I should make Friday Reads videos. She was just talking about things she enjoyed, and I was like, well, maybe I should give that a try, right? Like, sometimes we want to try things out. I know for a ton of people, the answer to this question is going to be talking to a camera, making a video. I have had so many jobs that have required me to do public speaking that talking to an empty room with an iPad on in it is much, much easier for me than I have given public presentations to groups of 200 people or so, and that is way worse. It's so much easier for me, it's so much easier to just talk to the camera. So that is not anything that's really changed because I've had so many jobs that have required public speaking. A more recent change is I've created thumbnails, which has added a whole layer of complexity that I wasn't expecting. I actually hired someone who came over to my house, and we spent 2 hours and took almost all the pictures for my Shaktember videos. And she, kind of gave me just some really basic training in Canva, and I paid her for it. But so that has been very interesting, but it also makes you think like, okay, I'm gonna make this video. What is the thumbnail gonna look like? What is it going to be? And so, yeah, so that has been just an interesting way of imagining what videos are ahead. I'm still learning, so that has been a big change. I've seen some small booktubers out there talk about, oh, I'm not gonna waste my time doing book review videos because, do you know what? Like, it's just, no, there's not enough views. It's not worth it. The thing you have to know about review videos is that they last. They last a really, really long time. And they have a shelf life that a tag video or a Friday Reads video is never gonna have. Never. So it's really, really important to, try it out at least. And again, most of the things that I've learned from making mistakes. But I will just to give you an example, I made in February of 2023 a review video of Les Miserables, and do you know what? I have gotten 100 subscribers from that video, which is incredible. One video. Now, did it initially have tons of views? But to get 100 subscribers, and if you are one of those subscribers, I want you to put like a little French flag. I'm so grateful that you found my video and decided to stick around. So yeah, review videos, I definitely think about them differently. Third question is evolution. How has Booktube changed you, and what do you aspire to do on your channel in the future? Booktube, it's just like been a lifeline to me. I have made so many friends. I think it is really important also to know that at any given time on your channel, you will have relationships with people that over time, like, you may not have relationships with those people. The people who were watching my Friday Reads videos a year ago, if you go back and look, it's not exclusively, it's not the same group of people. There's definitely some overlap, but there's definitely like people who are not commenting anymore. As far as like, what do I aspire to do? I want to keep trying new things. I got this whiteboard, and I'm hoping to somehow attach it to my library card here so that I can just grab it. But, I don't know. I used it for a Shaktember video, but I'm not sure how else I could use it in the future, and maybe it just ends up being a Shaktember thing, and I use it to explain like all the complicated love triangles and relationships within a play. There's definitely a lot of Shakespeare's plays that you could have a graph for to explain who is connected to who and how. It could potentially be a really fun tool. I just haven't quite figured out all the ways. And I just want to keep trying new stuff. I want to keep working on commenting on videos. So bad. I'm still so bad about that, and my channel has suffered, I think, as a result of that. It is really important to comment on other channels, and it's okay. I mean, like, I'm not crying over it. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, I just didn't realize soon enough how important it is to comment on other people's channels. But yeah, I would also. Well, I have some things planned for 2025 that are very different. Very, very different from since the beginning of my channel. And so I'm excited. I'm really, really excited about those videos, what they might be like, what I could do. And, you know, the wheels are spinning. Even as I'm hosting Shaktember right now, the wheels are still spinning on some things for the future. So, but yeah, I would like to participate in some different events in the future, just as a way to get to meet some other booktubers, make some other connections, and, you know, build relationships and that sort of thing. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Okay, she has a bonus prompt. Impart your words of wisdom to all of the fledgling booktubers out there. So, of course, again, comment on other people's channels. Now, I also want you to ask yourself, what are my expectations for my channel? This is and you should write it, if you have a little whiteboard, write it down and put it someplace that you see it. Even if it's just a sticky note, and you put it on your bookcase. Like, these are my expectations. Because I remember when I first started my channel, the idea that I would have 50 subscribers was just astonishing. That was just, I mean, it was just huge. It was absolutely huge. And, you know, look where I am now. Now, I will say the other thing that I've learned is that subscribers versus views is a whole, that is, when you make that recognition that you really want views, not so much subscribers. I have tons and tons of subscribers that never watch my videos, never, you know, yeah. There's a lot of people out there who I have no idea. I don't know if they're YouTube accounts that are no longer being used, or what the deal is. I always joke that I expect someday YouTube to clean that up, and I'm gonna lose a ton of subscribers, and that would be okay with me, because what I pay attention to is the views. But again, like, what are my expectations for the views? Because I've made videos that as recently as, you know, like 2 years ago, that had 15 views. I don't host Shaktember because I think my videos are gonna get a ton of views, right? Like, no, Shakespeare does not get a ton of views. I do it because I love Shaktember, and I love reading Shakespeare, and I love talking to all of you about it. So, yeah, like, that's why I host Shaktember, is because I just get a ton of joy out of it. I will admit, I'm a selfish booktuber. I make the videos that I love to make. So my fake crate videos, which, if you haven't seen, are just like kind of a like bonkers video of me imagining that I could send all of you like a magical magical package. Those videos, and they take so much work to make those videos, but they don't get very many views at all. And do you know what? I care less. I care less. But if you're only making videos because you want a lot of views or because you want a lot of subscribers, like, yeah, that's not, it has to come from here. It has to, you have to make videos that you are passionate about. Another thing I'll say is that there's some booktubers out there who are making a lot of different kinds of videos, not just book related videos. Maybe they're making videos about stationery, or maybe they're making Stuart Griffin, who I just love. Who is so, he is so authentically himself. I just love that about Stuart. And we had a conversation about music, and so now he's making some music video, like not music videos, but like videos about the music that he loves, the people he's seen in concert. And I wasn't expecting him to make a whole series, but I was like, you should make a video about this, like, because you look at Stuart and you're like, I don't, like, what kind of music does this guy listen to? Like, I have no idea. And for me, like, you know, my Ko-fi page, which if you can watch any of the videos, you don't have to make a donation. Just if you want to watch the videos on there, there's videos about our movie collection. I'm going to be making a video about our music collection soon, specifically for Stuart and my friend Carm, who has a music YouTube channel. But yeah, so like, if you're making videos about something other than books or a certain type of books or whatever, like, you need to understand some people are going to subscribe to your channel because they're waiting for the next video about stationery, and you making videos about books or movies or music or something like that, they're not interested in it. So yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of why I did my Ko-fi page, is in part because I wanted to make some videos that don't fit in with Booktube. If I had made haircutting videos on my Ko-fi page instead of my channel, things would be very different. But yeah, like, I feel like that's the place for those kind of not in the lane. Now, so again, like, it doesn't mean that you can't have a channel like that. It just means that you should really think about what that's going to do to your views, who's going to come back, you know, who might be subscribed and then never returns, that sort of thing. So just something to consider. What are your expectations? Because I try to remind myself back in the day when I was so happy when 17 people would watch a video of mine. It was thrilling. And trying to hold on to that part of my expectations, because I do get swept up in analytics at times, and just like letting it go. Like, this should be a place that you're free to make mistakes. You're free to try new things, and if they don't work, you know, just like my quarterly TBR, like, it worked for 1 year, and then just have to go on. I have made a fake crate for people who are new to Booktube with some advice in it, and so maybe I'll link to that video down below as well. Okay, so tag some people. I want to tag Steve Donahue, Roy Reads Anything, Faith and Books, Corrine H. Smith, Lindsay Reads, Jim's Books Reading and Stuff. Jim's Books Reading and Stuff. Yeah, I wasn't doing the hand motion there, so I got thrown off. Hannah's Books, and Nicole at Noteworthy Fiction. So if you've already done the tag, I apologize. And if you want to do this tag, by all means, go for it. So I look forward to your comments in the comment section down below. Thank you so much, Nilik, yeah, I'm just excited to hear what you have to say about these questions and how things have changed either on my channel or on your channel, or as a commenter, what you think has changed. So, all right, Booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.